Right, I've got a displacement map we're going to generate on my statue again, and I'm going to use the wood as a background. We're going to mix this up a little bit and try to get some more extreme effects in here. So the two images are the same size, they're just 8 by 10s. And I've got a black background because I want to knock away the black around the outside area. So here's what I'm going to do first. I'm going to go into, well actually let's make our picture a little bit brighter. What the heck. Let's just make this a bit more contrasty for our mask. And we'll get more snap to our mask. There we go. So I've just bumped it up in layers, levels. Now I'm going to go to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur, make it a considerable blur. It needs to have a blurred edge to work with. Say OK to that. I'm going to save this now as Statue 8 by 10 blurry. How about real blurry? Just describe what it is on my desktop. Now I could even get rid of that. I don't need that one now because I'm going to call that back only for the map. So it's gone. I'm back to my wood. So on the wood now I'm going to drop in the image of the statue, but it's going to be that blurry one. And I do that with going to Filter, Distort, Displace. And I'm going to call up a number, higher number than I had before, 95, 95, and stretch to fit and wrap around. I'm going to say OK, and I'm going to call up that really blurry PSD. And it's going to drop it in. There it is there. So you see how that statue dropped in there. Now I need to get back to my original image. So I'm going to open up the original statue 8 by 10, the sharp one, not the blurry one. You see it's the same size as the pasted in blurriness we have there. So now what I'm going to do is select all first of all and just copy this, do it the easy way. And I'm going to paste it on top of my boards. So now it's pasted on top in layers there. There's other ways to do it, but that'll work just fine. I'm going to turn my background layer into a regular layer, just so I can manipulate the opacity later on. And what I'd like to do now is just duplicate this layer. I'm just going to duplicate layer 1 and make a copy. Good, perfect. Okay, so let's change the blend modes now. I'm going to, let's see if this works. I'm going to go to Overlay first, and that drops it down onto that one. And I'm going to change this one to overlay too. Let's see what it does. There we go. Okay. So here's where we are. We're getting the effect of the wood coming through on the statue, which is what I wanted. And the black background there. I'm just going to play with some of these opacity fills here. Let me see what I can do here. I'm going to drag that. No, see it. I want to get that to black. Oh, multiply. I have to go to multiply. Let me try this. I'm going to go to multiply in this layer. And then I'm going there. That made the background black. And then I'm going to try a different lighting effect here and drop down my opacity. Okay, I'm going to drop the opacity down this one. I just want to get rid of the black background. I want it to build up. There we go. Now we're cooking. Okay, so layer 1 I've changed to multiply. The layer in the middle. So this is the effect I was after. I want the black to retain there, but I want the lightness to come through on the statue. And on layer 1, I'm going to try overlay again. See what that does. Ah, that's good. Okay. And I'm going to knock the opacity down. See, if I take it down too much, it goes to sort of transparency and the background comes in, which is what I don't want. You can see the wood bending around the figure. It's almost like, you know, on Star Trek, you get the warp guys coming in. Anyway, we'll pull it up there. So this is the effect I'm after. I want the statue to come through, the background to repeat itself and go black. I've done that with multiply and overlay blend modes. Overlay for the top one. And now it's a little bit dark, so I'm going to lighten that up, but you get the effect coming through here. So let's just flatten these layers. I'll just do it the easy way. Flatten these layers, and then I'll just bump it up in levels or whatever else you want to bump it up in to get the effect of the statue coming through. Let's give it some more contrast. Ah, perfect. And look what we've got. We've got our picture with the background coming through. So whatever texture you have in the background, that'll come through. And I've managed to get rid of the background. So otherwise the background boards would show up. So that's why the black works so well for this effect. And we get that sort of dramatic effect coming through. This is with displacement masks.